The true value of things is not in the time they last, but in the intensity with which they occur. That is why there are unforgettable moments, inexplicable things, and incomparable motorcycles. And this is what this video is all about. The 10 most amazing cafe racers of 2016. And who are the authority to decide such a thing? All of you. The ones who achieved a demanding and refined taste. The ones who prefer uniqueness instead of mass production. In a certain way, these are all incomparable motorcycles. But there will always be a kind of project which fits better in our eyes. Welcome to Racer TV. So let's begin with the motorcycle that brings memories of an unforgettable era. It has a color scheme that denounces many other Honda models from the 70s. The kind of project that we simply love, without knowing exactly why. Probably because of its simplicity. In fact, I think it is almost impossible to make it simpler, or even more subtle than it already is. And finding this project in the 10th place only confirms its true quality. It is absolutely no surprise for me to see this machine in this top 10. Since the day I saw it for the first time, I knew that this motorcycle was really special. Everything looks great. The stance, the colors, the tires. Not to mention the sound. The approach is different for most projects based on the CB model. But that is exactly why it stands out from the crowd. One of those projects that most enthusiasts cannot ignore. And I am glad that most voters did not forget her. And now, one of the surprises of this top 10. Based in a motorcycle that has everything to go wrong. And which demonstrates the opposite. The change is so astonishing that we have to look twice, just to confirm that it is really based on the Vulcan S model. I believe that this project opens a door for many of you. Because it shows that now Kawasaki has an excellent base motorcycle for a great cafe racer like this one. Here is a beautiful Honda that started with a simple trip. A trip of two guys that just wanted to buy one CX500, and when they arrived, they brought 7. It was built with a blend of a classic cafe racer and a street fighter. A kind of new category, if I may say so. The rear is definitely the special feature of this build. I've seen many other rears with a built-in exhaust, but none as beautiful as this one. Everything is exceptionally well integrated, including the 7th place in this top 10. I know that there are tons of projects with the CB750. And among them, many different cafe racer approaches. But I think this one has the perfect balance between modern and retro. The sufficient blend to leave anyone a little bit confused about the true age of this motorcycle. I am glad that most people didn't get confused when they voted on this very nice machine. Speaking of nice machine, that is what I thought about this motorcycle when I found it on the internet. But when I saw it in person, the adjective nice transformed into amazing. It is really a beautiful motorcycle. Looks clean, exclusive, and simple. If you are looking for a very good approach with a Honda CX, but without major changes on the rear of the frame, this is definitely an example worth following. And here is the second nice surprise of this election. Not by a question of being worthy of the fourth place. Considering this was the last motorcycle presented in 2016, I did not had a single clue of its success in this election. But with such perfectionism in all choices of this project, it seems that this beautiful Royal Enfield is even more special than I thought. And here it is. A Japanese motorcycle that looks even more British than the previous one. It has charm, personality, looks luxurious, spotless, and at the same time, very simple. These chrome surfaces, the black and grey color combination, with the touch of a red seat and hand grips. It is very rare to find all these ingredients combined in a Honda CB550. And this recipe is probably the main cause of this honorable third place. Now is the time to see something even more honorable. Definitely one of the best BMW R9T I have ever seen. Probably the most aggressive project of this selection. Looks powerful, nasty, evil. A really badass BMW. It is not a practical motorcycle to be ridden on rainy days. But who cares about those limitations when something looks so remarkable? Everything in this project justifies it to be the second best machine of the year. And this leads us to the best one. Behold, the best cafe racer of the year 2016. Just like in 2015. The same brand and the same model, one. A Honda CX500. Definitely one of the most astonishing transformations with this motorcycle. The fluid shape of the fuel tank looks like it is melting. I don't remember seeing such approach in any other custom motorcycle. This is the kind of work that very few builders can handle, because it demands subtleness and purity. Not to mention exceptional technical capabilities of shaping aluminium sheet. This extraordinary project was built in England by Budger and Gaz, owners of Auto Fabrica. The same builder that in 2015 presented us with the second best cafe racer, having a difference of only 9 votes to the first one. But this time, things were different. This machine had much more votes than the bike in the second place. Which means that this is definitely the absolute winner of this election. And to be honest, a really worthy candidate of such an important designation. The best cafe racer of 2016. Thank you for watching Racer TV. And as always, I hope to see you next week.